Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Mike, 180! Mike's 56. Hey, alert 33. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, an 80-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
To win. Let's go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Get him. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Let's pick it up. Time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Yellow. 51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10.
You're all mine, baby.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yellow. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Hey, 57 color. Let go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the run.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Yellow. Delta.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Let's go. We got
Flushed out right. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
Yellow. Hey, that QB's trash. Yellow. 51's the mic. Orbit. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Crunch time. Hey, 43, 15. Under 10.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
I got Topper. 52. Jam him. Bravo. Check.
Yellow.
Crunch. Crunch.
Hey, rip list. Right side.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up. Shift, shift.
Easy. Attack.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. Watkins. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
181. Hey, we heavy on the edges,
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Fight down these two. 180.
You're trash.
Williams will try again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Yellow.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Hey, 57.
Go. Mike.
Hey, 57.
Mike, 51.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Turn up.
Topper.
Switch. Rush in.
Kings. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, an even 90 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flushed out right. And going deep for him. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 93 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. We got to get the ball, team.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, 43, 15. Exit.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Nice pick.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
It's caught by OBJ. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Shift! Watch the shift!
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Powers through him. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. But now it's third and goal. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
4 down. Check.
Pistol. Hey, zoom.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be taken short.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That's what I'm talking about, defense. Check 99. 15. Check 99.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Yellow. Let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Man, I got you.
Yellow.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
Let's get
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sione Takitaki. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
180. 56. Check 56. Hey, they're scared. Slam.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And again, it's Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
180. 56 is the mic. Bring it.
They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull
of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Mahomes now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take...